Okay, the x-coordinate of point P. Here's point P. That's the x-coordinate. That's the y-coordinate. So the x-coordinate is 3. The y-coordinate would then be 2. The coordinates of the origin is 0, 0. Name the graph of the ordered pair 0, negative 2. So 0, negative 2 is here. That is z. Okay, let's do numbers 5 over here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it wants the coordinate of point M. So M is over here. So we're going 3 to the 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. So that's 3, 5. Point N is there, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Point K, let's see, K is there, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0 up and down. Let's see, R is 0 left, right, and 1, 2, 3, 4 up. S is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, so that's a negative 5, and 0 up and down. T is over here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 left, 1, 2, 3 up. So negative 4, positive 3. Let's see. 11 is U. Starting here, negative 2, positive 2. $12 is V. So negative 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 2. 13 is W. That's negative 2, negative 1, 2, 3. And 14 is Q. That's a positive 1, 2, 3, negative 1, 2. Oops, what did I just do? That's it. Number 15, name all the points that lie on the x-axis. Here's the x-axis, so S and K lie on that. Number 16, name all the points that lie on the y-axis. Here's the y-axis, so R, O, and Z. I didn't write that very well. Okay. Okay, number 17. What is the x-coordinate of every point that lies on a vertical line through P? Now, here's P. A vertical line is this way. All of these points are 3 away from here, so they all have an x value, an x-coordinate of 3. Okay, which of the following points lies on a horizontal? A horizontal is this way. This means if it's a horizontal line, these all have y values of negative 1, 2, 3. So I'm looking for anything with a y value of negative 3. So this one and this one. So C and E. Okay, this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. So all the points in quadrant 1, now if they all fall on the axis, they're not in any quadrant. So P, M and N. I'll put in alphabetical order, so M and P. Although the order didn't matter. Quadrant 2 is over here, so we just go counterclockwise. So quadrant 2 has T and U. S and R are on the axis, so they're not in there. Quadrant 3 is down here, so V and W. And quadrant 4 is down here, so K is not on it, so just Q and J. Okay, perpendicular lines. That little symbol means perpendicular. They have opposite reciprocal slopes. So if this is the slope, this is like 2 over 1. The perpendicular is a negative 1 over 2. So this would be, the perpendicular would be a negative 5 over 4. Think of this as a 1. If the slope is negative, the perpendicular is going to be positive 4 over 1. Not defined means you have a vertical slope. Perpendicular to that is a horizontal line, and this has a slope of 0. Think of it like this. Any undefined line is something over 0. Like, let's just put any number. So if we flip it around, we get a negative 0 over 5, which is 0. So the perpendicular would have been 0. And the perpendicular of this is going to be undefined. Because if you had some number like 5 over 0, when you flip it upside down, I'm sorry, I take it back. The original was 0. So if you had 0 over some number, when you flip it upside down, you have like that, and that's undefined. Okay, these are the two slopes. They want to know if the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Well, for them to be perpendicular, they would have to be opposite reciprocals. These are not opposite, so I know they're not perpendicular. But if I reduce this, 12 over 16, by dividing by 4, I do get 3 over 4, which is the same as this. So these are parallel. Number 3, these are opposites, and one is its own reciprocal. So these are opposite reciprocals, so these are perpendicular. Number 4, these are opposites, but they're not reciprocals. And they're not the same, so these are neither. Number 5, these are both opposite and they're reciprocal. If they're opposite and reciprocals, they're perpendicular. This is 3 over 1 and this is 1 over 3, so they are reciprocals. This is negative, that's positive, so they're opposites, so these are perpendicular. A negative 2 over 3 is actually the same thing as a 2 over negative 3. There's one negative in this and applies to either one. So these are identical. That makes them parallel. These are not the same and they're not reciprocals. So these are neither. These are not the same, so they're not parallel. They are reciprocals, but they're not opposite reciprocals. They're both positive, so this is neither.